Mic check, test 1, 2. Mic check, test 1, 2. This is going to be cold, so if you want to turn it down a little bit, so we'll all survive this thing, but I think it's on. Test 1, 2, test. Not yet. I will in a minute.
Are we hot, Tayton? Tayton, this is, huh? Yeah. What speakers? What about them? I turned the mics off. You want me to just turn the board off? Hold on. I'll just unplug them. How about that? I don't know much about this. My wife does it. All right. We better now? Hey, guys, when you bring them in, as you bring them in, tell her who you have so they can look up the lots and get it broadcasted correctly. All right, it's 7:17. I said we'd start at 7:15. That's a little bit late, but I apologize. Guys, I'd like to thank you all out here. This is the second time we've done this. Last year, wasn't sure what was going to happen. We had a bid board sale and ended up selling several pigs out of here that went on down the road. Hello, baby. Went on down the road and did something. We sold the Supreme Gilt out of here last year. At San Antonio, Cameron Price raised. Cutter Stone right up there showed it. So thank you, Cutter. Thank you, Eric, for getting that done for us. We also sold the 4th overall heavy division Berkshire out of here last year at San Antonio. Class winning gilt at Angelo, reserve heavyweight division light cross gilt at Angelo, and a couple barras that were Texas bred class winners at major shows and the champion in Tarrant County. So I think for our first year last year, we had some success. I think we have a higher quality set of pigs to offer this year. And I appreciate you guys coming out. We're going to walk the first one in. It's going to be Barstool Sports. It's our friends Jackson Allen. Barstool Spots. Jackson Allen is he is the prettiest of all the pig breeders in the state of Texas. If you'll see him, he's parked right behind us here. So Jackson, I'm going to be talking to Austin Voles here. If you don't know him, you've probably been living under a rock. He's going to help me talk these things. So what we have here is tag 71 and 72. 71 is going to be the spot that Paisley's driving. 72 is going to be the Berkshire Gilt that Kaylee's driving there. So lot 71, tag 71 is a buy option. So we're going to offer 3 options here. We're going to offer a buy. You can lease them, or you can lease them or buy them for twice or 2 or 3 times what the hammer price is, depending on what they wanted. So again, this is Barstool Spots. This is a Kronos, not my monkey. Jackson last year sold a pair of spots at Blake Edwards sale, which is next weekend, guys. And those gilts got along really well out of that deal last year. Then lot 72, tag 72 is going to be, hey guys, if you pull, okay, just don't pull me off here, sorry. Tag 72 is going to be the Berkshire Gilt.
Above all, pin 1 for the Berkshire Gilt. A pair from Jackson and Catherine. You know, if you just started here, we're not going to blame you for not knowing who Jackson and his wife are. They got out for a while, took a break, got back in, and jumped in a big way. My experience, when a breeder starts back over and focuses this heavily on 1 or 2 breeds, they get real good real fast. They don't spread themselves thin, and it looks to be the exact same case here. I mean, we all talk about maturity, and we probably spend way too much time trying to chisel out a plan when we go to buying show pigs, and it looks like maybe these could probably differ in terms of endpoint. You've got a spotted gilt that isn't just going to get humongous, going to have a real good show window. You can kind of manipulate her and take her wherever you want. And then you've got a really good built, really, really attractive kind of Berkshire Gilt out here that looks like, man, you pour the coals to that one. You're going to play with the big dogs in a big, big way. A really good pair from Jackson and Catherine. A good set of show pigs. A good way to kick off our preview.
Again, that's tagged 71 and 72 Barstool Spots. Go ahead and let them out. Somebody down there. Sorry. Next in the ring is going to be Wagner Family Genetics. Guys, I've known Morgan and Shelby for a long time, and Shelby sent the B team here. Not the B team pigs, the B team for help. She's showing pigs down in down the road there in College Station. So we've got us well, hold on, let me see what we got here. So the Chester Gilt, we got tag 73 and 74. 73 is going to be the Chester Gilt. And if you don't follow Morgan and Shelby and these Chesters, they bought a Chester herd a few years ago, maybe last year. from a guy down there around Divine that had raised a few gilts. He had raised the reserve of San Antone, the champion of Houston there 2 years ago. They bought those gilts, those sows and that herd from him. Putting together a pretty good set here. Again, tag 73. That's a Chester gilt. That is a buy option. That's a secret sauce change of plans. Tag 74 is going to be the White Cross gilt. She is a crossbred, and she is a buy option. That's a no glue shake the frost. So we want to make sure that these breeders offer plenty of options for kids to buy them, lease them, because I know some kids just want to lease them. And some people want to buy them because they want to go to San Angelo, Texas Elite. Most of this, Colby, watch you get there. You get to them. Most of this stuff is going to be eligible for Texas Elite outside of a few breeders. But again, that's tags 73 and 74.
Yeah, and just remember, most of those also have a light cross division. So even though she's not a purebred papered Yorkshire, man, you get to those that have sales associated with them, and those solid white gilts certainly demand a little more attention when you get to the sale portion of it. Chester gilt, tall-shouldered, wicked-looking, square where she needs to be, unlike most of these Chesters that are offered today. I think she complements the breed rather well. Good white pair there from Shelby and Morgan.
Again, a lot of options there. You go to San Angelo or Texas Elite, both those. If you're looking for a sow, I know Morgan has raised plenty of these bears that have gone on down the road and got along pretty good. So, again, 73 and 74. Next in is going to be All In Genetics, lot 69 and 70. Which one are you on, Colby? So the young man here is on lot 69. Colby is on lot 70. Lot 69 is going to be Alibi on a Good Magic Trumpet. I think lot 70 might be a litter mate.
Yes. Yeah.
Lot 70 is going to be the same way. It's going to be an Alibi, Good Magic Trumpet. So All In Genetics, Aaron Johnson, them, and a company out of Duncan, Oklahoma. I know they came down to our jackpot in May. They ran a little belted boar pig that I thought was very good, got along really good. Maybe not as good as I thought he should have for what he looked like that day. And I was talking, I just wanted to get some new faces down here. And they haven't been doing this very long, but I think they've been doing it the right way. So we asked them to come down. So they're out of Duncan, Oklahoma. Again, these won't be, well, they're Barra, so they're not Texas bred eligible. But I think a very nice pair of dark crossbred Barras. They brought you here today.
Yeah, first Barra offerings of the day, and litter mates that probably differ in their type and kind. One that got a little more stuff to him, and you could probably pump the brakes and get him a little further. One that probably needs to go home and get with it and do some right things. But they look like Alibi pigs. They're huge ankled, but still smooth jointed, which I guess you haven't heard that term very much anymore, because we just want them big-legged and hairy, and we don't care how coarse their joints are. But I think their feet point the right direction, their bones are the right kind, and they're still big. A neat pair from All In out of this Alibi deal.
Again, that's All In Genetics, lot 69, or tag 69 and 70. Next in the ring is going to be Jennings Show Pigs. That's a longtime friend, first-time caller, guys. Guy that's just kind of getting started out in this spot deal. He's trying really hard. A lot of people don't know who he is, but this is Jennings. This is tag number 79. This is a barrow option only, no bore option. This is an Apex, no words. So the mother to this one is also the mother to Titan. I don't know if you guys watched this. What's going on? He sells one for $97,500 the other day. World record selling baby spot pig anyway, and is the size of these. Again, this is tag 79 2-7 spot barrel only. He has to testicles have to come out, or you have to be happy with having well, you're just not going to be happy because Brady's a big guy. He'll come down here and put the bear paw on you. So again, this is the Apex, no words.
Yeah, Brady's been on fire. There's no doubt. If you're buying a spot in this deal and you're expecting to win, just know that you're going to meet him somewhere. I mean, this one looks like maybe he took the trip a little hard, but boy, they jerk-necked and feet and legs work right. man, go home and let him get comfortable and just get some flesh on him. But like Cole said, in this spot deal right now, I venture to say there's not anybody that's been near him in the last probably 2 years. And the way that he puts pedigrees together, and the way that he's not afraid to outcross a little bit and get different parts and pieces and make the breed better is pretty evident here. Again, this is Brady Jennings, tag 79, a 2-7, barrel only, apex, no words.
Again, guys, if you look at this one and think, well, maybe it's too big, that one needs to be big. He's going to be at the fed low and slow. Brady talked to me about him. He didn't get here till later in the afternoon, kind of took the trip hard. We'll have him filled up a little better by morning time, but I promise you that pig, his style, the way he looks, his angles and everything, that's one you need to latch on to. That's a nice pig there. Thank you, Brady, for bringing us that one. Next is Premier Prospects. That's my Premier Prospects are kind of semi-local. It's Michael Nellis and Steve Barnett. The farm is here in Erath County. Neither one of them reside in Erath County, so they do a good job. Probably don't see their families a whole lot. I went out there the other day. I actually texted Michael a while back, said, hey, we're going to have a sale. Why don't you try to bring us some? So I swung by the other day, and man, he had a ton of blues, and I thought a really good high-quality set of blues. It's a 62, 63, and 64. 62 is the small one that Kaylee's on. That's 3-3. That's a light cross board. So that's a blowing smoke, tricked out Barbosa. I want to say they bought the mother to this one as a bred from Dieterding, and I'm pretty sure he told me that she was well, I'll tell you, board's a product of Brad Salbert, purchased from Dieterding. It's bred for Success Summer. The dam is the littermate to Whacked Out, which is the boar at Hofschulte that's had a really good run for them up there. Grand Dam was 16th overall, dark cross gilded OIE that Braxy Sharp showed. So the pedigree runs deep in this one. Grand Dam came from Boble. The guys in Dieterding has been on fire in Oklahoma. He's kind of, he runs one in the ring, and it just brings all the money. And that gilt celled OIE, if you look through there and just look at the breeders, Dieterding has got them stacked in there from 1 to 100, and they bring money they bring all kinds of money. So again, that is lot 62. Lot 63 and 64 are also their litter mates there. Those are going to be Tundra, Smoke, Wishful Thinking. Tundra's the litter mate to Thunder Rolls. They're sold at PT that's at Crossroads. The mom's a Smoke, Wishful Thinking from Jeff Meeker. She was reserve light cross gilt at Texas National in 24, and 4th overall light cross gilt at Angelo in 24. The Grand Dam has produced lots of boars and stud, including like Keep Dreaming, housed there at Southern Gold. Guys, and with everywhere in Texas but Houston having a blue division, which I don't think the two big ones probably feed to Houston by the way they look, everywhere has a blue division, and I think these are pretty good trio of blues. I'm going to let Austin talk about them.
Hey, yeah, you kind of study your lesson here, because I think as they move around, there's probably not one that's exactly like the other. There's probably a lot of different favorites out here. You've got some that have maybe kind of that speckle-eyed one that's maybe hit the feeder a little harder and needs to pump the brakes. You've got a cute little one, then that blue masked one. But what they all have in common is if you study the length of their rump and the angle of their rump and the way that their lower joints meet the ground, it's certainly impressive for this stage. We have harped on front ends, and we've harped on making them tall-shouldered, and when you pull that string, you forget about the other end of it. These seem to correct that. They're stout-skulled, they're neat-looking, they're still square, they've got some bounce and some flex and some give there to their lower joints. Good set of blues here with different endpoints. Probably read the two bigger ones to be kind of a middle heavy to heavy at Angelo. You better know what you're doing if you're going to get them to the blue division at San Antonio, and then you've got one here in the little one that you got a lot of options. Stretches to Houston looks like pretty easy. Could be a little blue there at San Antonio. Nice set of bigs here from Premier Prospects.
Thank you, Michael and Steve, for bringing us out a trio of good ones. Next.
Who is this?
Next, we got Rick Whitman, RW Genetics, coming in. Again, another one of those guys that he sent the A team, and he just stayed home to be the B team and take care of things at home. So this is going to be tagged 52. Oh, these are 53 and 54. My apologies. 53 and 54. So tag 53. is going to be a belted hemp classifying male. That's an anomaly for the glory. Who's on 53, guys? Jonathan's on 53. That's an anomaly for the glory. Tag 54. Special note there, this is a crip. That is a bloodline canned heat. And that bloodline boar, guys, I don't know if you've seen him or anything. I saw him in person in January, thought he was an incredible animal. The next day, I judged a littermate's sister, thought she was a very special animal. I used 3 pigs there at that jackpot in the top 3. And I shorted myself because I said, I bet it's going to cost $150,000 to $200,000 to buy these back. It cost $460,000 to buy them all back at OYE. So I shorted myself. His bloodline littermate sister would have been reserve grand commercial gilt at OYE. So again, that is going to be tagged 53 and 54.
Tammy, how long y'all been raising show pigs? How long? Really? Ballpark.
Let's see. Rick's 65. He's been raising for 72 years.
Yeah. I think longevity in this business has become more and more rare in a lot of places. There's a lot of guys that flash in and flash out, and you don't just accidentally raise show pigs for a living for 25 years and keep doing it, right? You stay true to yourself. You don't jump all the way and swing the pendulum to the other trend. You stay middle. You maybe put a few extras on them, and I think with a move to a little further north here, the Whitmans have done it. Man, that thin-belted one has a lot of parts and pieces that are awfully, awfully neat. You can make them long neck, you can make them smooth polled, and you can make them sissy jawed all day long.
Yes, sir.
It is hard to make them long necked, like Norman Coles would say, wide between their ears, and manly about their jaw, and still immature, still have neat lines, still have a crease down his back, and when he walks away, he ain't out of whack. I haven't even talked about 53 yet. That looks like that one could have all the gas in the world. You could get done at your county. You could be big at Fort Worth. You could do a lot of things there. That is a stout rascal that just needs to kind of pump the brakes a little bit. His ankles are big. They all point in the right direction. A good set. No surprise from the RWG firm. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So now we're bringing in, and I'm going to say this is probably Tammy's favorite. This is a lease option gilt, or you can purchase this one for 3 times the hammer price.
She's walking in the ring just to make sure that nothing happens.
This is a Clarity Prince Charming. Clarity's the boar, the Denhart boar up at B-Men's. It's had a hell of a run, and man, the baby pigs look awesome. This one, I watched her come out. She's so wide, she's so square in her chest. Honestly, the worst thing about this pig, I guess, is I don't own her. She's good out of her hip and hind leg. She's square in her chest. She's extended. That's a nice female there. And guys, like he said, Rick Whitman's been raising pigs as long as I've been alive, or longer, mate, probably longer than I've been alive. At one point in time, he's broken every world record in every breed he's ever raised. Duroc and Yorks, the purebreds there. He's held some of those records for a long time. Again, when Rick brings a female to town, he brings one that means business. This is a buyer to leaser, 3 times the hammer price to owner.
Good pick. I mean, that is a female that fits anybody. I'll be honest, I don't follow the gilt deal very much, so I couldn't tell you who's judging what show. But I think when they look like that in the crossbred division of a big crossbred gilt, that one's going to get along. It doesn't matter who's there. Really good female. And there is a reason she's 3X to own. So, few words, good pick. Huh? That's it. Good female.
Again, so next in the ring is going to be our good friend Jacob Lange, and guys, I've known Jacob for several years. He teaches ag in Perry, and he'll be here tomorrow. Their county fundraiser for their county stock show is tonight, so all the ag teachers have to be there. I told him bring him on. We'd love to have him. We'd love to help him. Jacob is. You read my Facebook post yesterday. I wasn't being a smart ass. I wasn't being facetious. I was being true. He is quickly putting his name in the books as the GOAT of an ag teacher. The guy's got a keen livestock eye. He trains teams. He wins. Man, they've dominated that gilt show at San Angelo the last few years. He brings us a pair of crossbreds here I think are extremely good. They're going to be lead off Midnight Oil. Interesting thing about these is Midnight Oil is a solid black boar that was at Laird's that Moya raised. He shares the same mother as lead off. So there's some lining up right there. I think it worked, guys.
Yeah, line bred, not inbred, because it worked. And on the Barra side of things, if you look at who we're going to have to show to there at San Antonio, my guess is they're going to have a stout skull. They're going to have a wide chest. They're going to have a big barrel rib cage. And as our friend Willie says, they better be gorilla backed. And I think you've got one, and the wide belted one from this angle is humongous backed and looks like he could stretch a long ways. Probably not going to be a huge one. If you want to show it 300 and some odd pounds, you're probably not going to get there here. But boy, that one has a stout mug and a big back. The other one's a little trickier looking, a little trendier looking. In that crossbred gilt fits a lot of people. I echo those thoughts, man. Langy, I don't like getting beat. Nobody does. But I guess if you get beat by Langy, you can kind of. It's okay because he's a good one.
These pigs are almost as good as his cotton judging team, and I think he's won state the last 5 years.
He has gotten along. We like Langy. We like his pigs even more. Look forward to seeing him tomorrow. These will sell well. Look in here for Langy Livestock.
Got C5 coming in. Oh, wait. Never mind. Sorry. BST. Sorry. BST's coming in. I'm sorry. BST, Blood, Sweat, Tears, Blattner, Showstock. I don't know. Whatever you say. What number's a Chester Gilt, Paisley? What are you, Braden? 49. That's going to be the Calico Gilt. All right. Here we go. Sorry. Calico Barra.
That's a bear.
So tag 49 from BST. I remember this one's mother. This mom was the second highest seller at San Angelo in 2025. That would have been a blue gilt that they showed that I believe derived from Winmore. So this is going to be a no glue. This is going to be a no glue promotion. Guys, I love this one's mother. I saw her several times throughout the year in show season. He unloaded this one. I saw him at his house last week. He unloaded this one. I said, hey. I'm glad he listened to Big Daddy there and fed these things right because they look real good. I think that Calico Barra, I think he's the right color calico. He's the right kind. That one's going to catch you a pin. He's tall-shouldered. His angle's good. His hip and hind legs extremely good. I really like the Calico there as well. The Chester Gilt there, I got to note this one. She did have a small navel. It is fixed. It is guaranteed. The vet said it's just an infection. It was not a hernia. It is fixed. It is guaranteed. Tell you what, this guy'll stand by anything. He'll stand by anything but a buffet, and he'll stand in front of it.
God damn.
Again, that's a Chester Gilt. I do know. Sorry. I do know this Chester Gilt, the slip and slide crown print. So this would have been the one Cash and McCamey showed? Yes. Oh, I got it right here. Sorry, I should have just read my notes like a dummy. Mom was the litter mate to reserve Chester Bear at Dallas in 25. Grand Dam raised the champion Chester Gilt that Cash showed, McCamey showed at Fort Worth, San Antonio, and San Angelo, and won all three of those in 2025. Triple crown, I guess. So, is it a quadruple crown if you win Houston too? So, the Chester deal, guys, it's hard to find Chesters that are good looking with a good hip and hind leg and can get out and motor. I think this one, don't let the little belly deal scare you. It looks pretty healed up. It's 10 times better than it was when I saw her last week. So don't let that scare you. That's a nice Chester Gilt there. The black pig there is one that I was at his house. I said, hey, why don't you bring that one? I said, I actually have some people interested in some all black pigs because we do a lot of Texas national stuff in this country. The mom is the litter mate to the reserve autocross at Houston in 2025. So this black bear here is going to be a nope, wrong one. I need to go back. This is an all good judgmental. All good is the board down there at Schley's, guys, and Schley's been on fire. I think Blattner brought us a real good trio of pigs here.
I don't think you talked about my favorite one, and that's the calico. Maturity pattern looks right with that thing. Muscle texture is right with that thing. Goes in the right direction. Again, I'll say it again. I'm not a gilt expert. I don't attend a lot of those shows, but when you read the Chester gilt, man, looks to have just the length, extension, and femininity to get along at the highest level. Really good pig there. Glad Cole saved the day and brought the solid black one. Man, stout mug, ditch back, square coming and going. A really, really good trio of pigs from our buddy Blattner.
I'll tell you what, I don't think me and Travis could sit up here and talk these pigs together. It'd be real hot, and I don't trust these 1x4s.
We are sitting on I think they're 1x6s. Thank God they're
Oh,
weatherproof and treated.
He was the highest seller here last year with all black one. I think that pig got along pretty good down the road as well. All right, next we got C5 Genetics. Guys, the Crooks family. Let me tell you something about the Crooks. I've known Shelby and Taylor for a while. I would buy a ton of show pigs from these guys, but I would never buy a llama because I bought 3 female llamas one time, and 2 of them had testicles when I got home. So I don't know. There's... Hey, that man right over there sexed them. I held the head, girls. So, these are pair littermates. They're all accesses, lead the way. I guess if you really C5 made a lot of noise last year because they won the gilt show at San Angelo with a really nice
donkey stomp the gilt show.
Donkey stomp. Hey, easy, buddy. I was there. They donkey stomped me. Which is what Lanky normally does, is donkey stomps everybody in the Berks at San Angelo. But they had a really nice Berkshire gilt that they raised, and I kind of, I'm not gonna say catapulted them to the top because they're still climbing up there. Man, it's real easy to climb when you make them look like this.
Good show pigs, the right pedigree, a competitive pedigree that's gotten along for quite some time. Boy, these look like maybe they'll finish a little early. I'm going to say they've been well fed, and if you know what you're doing, probably pump the brakes. But, man, these look structurally, muscle texture, type, and kind. They look like they could get done quick and in a hurry and be very, very competitive. The right parts and pieces from C5.
And unlike the llamas, these are guaranteed to be males.
Yeah, we're going to have to rename this sale the Off the Rails Pig Sale because we're getting there. Like,
it's the only reason I let him in, so I could say that on the internet.
I know how to do a lot of things. I don't know how to sex a llama.
My dad doesn't either.
I don't blame you. I mean, it sounds invasive, but
Bennett Show Pigs coming in, guys, and I don't know if you know Brian Bennett. He's one of those guys that, man, when I first moved around here, started raising show pigs again. My goal in life was to be like Brian Bennett. I'm still trying to be there. He raised Superman, Superfly, raised Burt Gilts that just stomped everybody's rear end back about 10 years ago. He's on the upswing again. Got a nice set of pigs. Brian's really big help to Bottleberg and I. He helps us get our boars collected, and that way we can get sows bred with fresh semen. But then this is Brian Bennett. We got 85, or lot tag number 57. That's 83-5. That's a money line, 8 seconds.
The gilt is a money line, 8 seconds?
Yeah, sorry. No, the barrel is a money line, 8 seconds.
Okay.
I got some notes here. So the sow was successfully shown. Oh, never mind. Different one. Oh, Brian's was up there.
He's got an Android. Hold on.
Sorry. Hey, easy. So these are 2 key sows at Brian's, and a lot of Brian's stuff goes back to Mark Gray's up in Oklahoma, and that's another guy. If you hadn't heard of Mark Gray, I guess pull the blanket off your eyes and wake up. Huh? Shh. Again, that's going to be tag number 57 and 58, and tag 58 is going to be a Relentless blowing smoke. So they are not littermates. Tag 58 is the gilt. Tag 57 is the barra. And guys, Brian, you might not know this, but he had Champion Hampshire at Lubbock County last year. It's easier to win Champion Hampshire at some state fairs than it is Lubbock County. So
A lot of
Brian's
steak.
never going to get up here and toot his horn and beat his chest and crow. So I'm going to do it for him. Brian's very diligent in what he does. He's very diligent in how he does things. You're going to see him pretty soon. He's going to be at the top again. And we thank Brian. He's a lot of help for us. Him and Cameron are a lot of help for Josh and I, and help us keep the wheels greased when we can't get something done. So
I've lived in the show pig world where we kind of had to shape some budgets to do some things, and I mean, that barrow looks like the kind that I'd gravitate towards. Not messed up anywhere, creasy backed. His toe strength is good. His toe quality is good. I mean, that's a really, really nice barrow that if you're just sitting here for pedigrees and names and reading the ones that you recognize from Facebook, you might miss Bennett. But I would encourage you to be disciplined and hang around. You study that one's skull, that one's forearm, that one's rear ankle. That's a stout belted show pig that's very, very, very nice. The gilt, man, looks like she could do a lot of things with a lot of programs. Good set of pigs from Bennett. I would encourage you to look in here. That's a good hog man, which we have less and less of today. No offense to my buddies. That is a true hog breeder and a hog man making good crossbred belted show pigs.
again, that's Bennett show pigs. Brian and Joni Bennett with the brains there on the stick. She's also an ace soccer player, by the way. So these pigs, they don't want to make her mad because she will kick them hard. Not at all. Guys, Tungate Farms coming in here. Warren Tungate and Max. I talked to Warren quite a bit. Warren is probably one of the most down-to-earth, best human beings you're ever going to talk to. And one of those guys, I feel like if I've just got a problem with life, that I can call Warren and he can he's either going to make it better or tell me not to worry about it. So, again, this is Tungate Farms. Max has recently taken over, come back. He's taking a job as a full-time herdsman. So, back when Max was a senior in high school and freshman in college, man, he was home all the time. They were winning. They won San Antonio with a barrow they raised. They won a division at San Angelo with a barrow they raised. They won between him and Cozart, you couldn't beat them off of the Durocs at the Gilts at San Antonio and Kerrville for several years there. So they're back. They're here. We love these guys. They're going to probably always be a part of something I do because I like to surround myself by good people. Again, this is Tungate Farms. Not that people aren't good. I like Warren. Kaylee there. She's the first one. What are you? You're on 59, correct, Kaylee? So Kaylee's on the black barrow. That pedigree is going to read Sledge, Wild Time. So I do know this one's mother was bought at San Antonio last year for like $10,000. She came from Gary Todd. I worked the ring there. I remember vividly when she came through. I remember the girl that showed her. $10,000. They brought her home. They bred her to Sledge, which is the boar at Lackey's. It's done a really good job for him. Yep. They're trying to make some females. I think they did. I think they got mostly females out of the deal, and most of them are belted. Man, just a barrow there, a good feeding barrow, big forearm, big ankle, good look about his head and blade. The two there in the center of the ring, those are both solid white, so they'll probably stay white.
Sledge Wild Time.
Yep. So tag number 60, that is the light cross male that Colby's on there. That is going to be a great white on a second chance. So there's a lot of white back in that pedigree. That great white's a white flag son from Luke that he sold to he sold the Laird up there
2 years ago.
Yes, lot 61, that's the female. That's going to be leased with the option to buy for 2 times the hammer price, and that's going to be a litter mate to the male pig there. Guys, solid white barrows that are built like this, look like this, with that ankle and forearm are hard to find, and we got one here for you today.
Solid white pig's good. I can like bring out my steno and talk about all the terms. The solid white one's real good. The solid black one needs a chance. Like Cole said, big noggin, huge forearm. Several shows have a solid black division. That one will collect some trinkets in that deal because it's hard to make them big and stout-footed in that black deal just because of the visual and the coloration. That one's got it. White gilt, boy, looks like you could go home and mash the gas. Be big, be fresh, be in the right class there, and those crossbred sales or the crossbred gilt shows that have sales associated, like I mentioned, those guys are always looking for good, solid white females. But that white male there, a very good pig.
Lots of value in a solid white female as well. Again, that is Tunget.
I like that white.
Next coming in is Taylor Genetics. That's Mike Taylor. Well, really, it's Mason Taylor.
Hey,
So,
Lance,
Mike is kind
mark
of,
down the white one.
I guess Mike is kind of part of our Primo Winning Enterprises team. He runs the warehouse down there in Salado for us. On top of that, he runs a really good set of show pigs down there. So 65 is going to be the crossbred gilt. That's a junkie, blowing smoke.
I've got some notes there.
You got some notes? Good.
Yeah.
66.
Taylors, if you don't know, the Taylors still do a lot of things kind of old school. If you have never heard the term herd boar, that's still a thing nowadays, and they do it in a very good way. Junkie's a mainline play money tricked out. The littermates to Junkie brought $25,000 in the she sale that went bronze. D1 at OYE from Halfin. The champion heavy cross at Coba, Grand at Canadian County's in Oklahoma. Boy, you think we take these county deals serious here in Texas, you ought to just go across the Red River and then also reserve Grand overall. The Blowing Smoke Mom was champion York at Bell County in the spring of 25. So again, a junkie, which is a mainline play money tricked out on a Blowing Smoke deal. The Taylors have brought a very nice set of pigs. I'm not telling you they're super duper brushed on. I'm not telling you they're tan and tricked out and whatever, but good show pigs that structurally have the right parts and pieces. The blue gilt's neat. Like, that is a cute show pig that's got some grow and got some stretch. And man, the bear, I think with the right kind of feeding program, gets along and collects some trinkets there. Good set of show pigs from Taylor Genetics.
Yeah, sorry.
Tate Rainey.
I'm gonna bring a portico for you tomorrow. So, next in the ring is Ace Genetics. It's our friends from east of the Mississippi River. So this is Matt Hammonds, and I guess I don't know where Nicky plays into it. I don't know if he's the brains and Matt's the money. I don't know, but he's damn sure not the looks of the deal. So he brings us a heck of a good set here, a pair of gilts, and he told me, he said, Cole, he said, you're in gilt country. He said, your people show gilts. He said, I'm going to bring you a pair of gilts. I think we'll get along real good. That one Paisley's on right there is tag 67. That's a crossbred gilt. That is, oh, you're 68? Oh, no, never mind. You're 68? Hold on. Okay, so Kaylee is on tag 67. I apologize. Kaylee's on tag 67 there. That is a buy. When the hammer drops, you own this gilt for what she caught, for what she's worth, or what she brought today. And I bet you she's going to be worth a whole lot more in February than she is today. That's a Monkey Business, Moneyline, Kingpin, Teen Spirit. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Monkey Business boar, but I've seen him bring a lot of, I've seen 2 males sell in person the last 3 weeks for a cumulative $456,000 for the pair of them. Monkey Business stamps them. He does a good job with them. And Matt brought us a hell of a good pair here. Let's start off with again. Lot 68, that's 1-11. That's a BTA Slaps, My Oh My Dirty Secret. BTA is the boar at 66 Ventures. Both these boars' size were from 66 Ventures. And I never knew what BTA meant, but it means belt to ass. There we go. I think the one Paisley's on. I don't know. When they unloaded them, I thought that might be my favorite one. Keep going back and forth. But I think he brought us a real good set of dark cross females.
Yeah, bulky and different, no doubt. Big noggins and big backs and big bones and the right kind here. Those pedigrees are interesting. I think they're the kind that feed. If you know Evan and what he does in the boar business, he is fully committed now out of the Colson show pig deal and has been buying these things up left and right and making the right decisions. These are bulky. These are big bodied and barrel ribbed and have a lot of parts and pieces to grow on. Good set of show pigs here from Ace Genetics. Is it Genetics? I don't want to lie. Is it Ace Genetics?
Ace Genetics.
Okay.
We'd like to thank our friends over there east of the Mississippi for coming on.
Where are they from?
So Nikki used to live in Laranger, Louisiana. Nikki, hey Bear. And then Matt lives like over around Meridian, Mississippi. Laranger, I'm sorry. All right, we got our next swamp consignment here. This is Colby Oliver, Oliver Farms. I tell you what, somebody asked me earlier, said, how did Oliver's pigs look? I said, wild as a March hare, like they've been chased by alligators their whole life, but they look real good. I said, you just got to look real fast to see them. Colby has had a lot going on. He's a one-man band over there. I think he's a new uncle this week, and so everybody's focus, for some reason, was on that baby instead of the show pigs, so he's been having to do everything himself. Again, this is Oliver Farms. Brings us the red one and a belted crossbred here. I know we're going to start off with the dark cross gilt. That's a stranglehold left behind. I know I talked to Colby. This is from a bred sow purchase from Lackey. And the mom to this gilt, this gilt's grandmother was Guy Hayes' grand at LSU a few years ago. And so he wanted to get back, step into that crossbred deal, and he loved that gilt, and he wasn't able to buy her, but he was able to buy some progeny out of her and go ahead and try to build around that. But he agreed. He said, I want to bring a crossbred gilt. I want to get out there. He said, I know your crowd that's going to be there is going to be able to feed some gilts pretty good, and the best way for me to get them fed is have them in front of people that know how to feed them, know how to show them. So again, that's Oliver Farms. This Duroc gilt here is 3-1. That's tag 76. Oh, hey, Colby, you owe these girls money. They're getting wet broke now. That is Little John. Here's the deal. Man, and he sent me a picture and a quick video of this one. I said, bring her. I said, that thing's legit. I love her. I love her angles. I love the way she looks. Man, she's just skinny enough. She's just green enough. She's going to get out and go. And you know as well as I do, Austin, in August, you don't want them red ones that are a ball of muscle because they're not going to feed like they need to. This is a good pair of gilts.
I think the most refreshing part is after the last month of I got some families that like to feed red ones, and one of the most refreshing things is being able to say, hey, that one's tall-shouldered and good-kneed and strong front-footed.
And good-chested.
In this breed, that's a problem. Man, that one comes right at you. She's big, square-chested. She's in at her elbow, and her blade lays on smooth. She's square-kneed. She's strong front-footed. She's still neat looking. And just like Cole mentioned, if they don't look like this at this stage, if you want them ditched up and sugared up and presented a different way, man, you're going to be pretty disappointed come January and February. This is the right kind in terms of red gilts, and she probably overshadows the crossbred gilt, but a little bitty crossbred gilt that's cute like that, has some bend and some flex and some length of rump and some good parts and pieces. Really, really impressive pair from our buddy there in Louisiana.
Again, Colby Oliver, thanks for coming. Honestly, it's kind of weird that Colby's family and my dad's family kind of grew up in the same parish in Louisiana. Got a lot of ties to the Oliver family, the Hayes side of the family anyway. Dad asks me all the time if I talk to Boo and Colby. So I try to keep them in my back pocket because they're good people too, and we enjoy being around them. Now comes James Glenn. My least favorite thing about James is he's had this stand a year and still has not put a step for me to get up here on it. So James brings us to the pair of red gilts. And, man, James, we talk quite a bit. I actually probably talked to his wife more than him because she's kind of like a little bit of a thug like me. So G2 coming here. Are they litter mates? But the one litters. Guys, these things are 6.5 weeks old. Probably told me he didn't know if they're quite old enough to go come out, but man, they're big enough, they're bloomy enough. We're G2 here. This is the Duroc gilt. This is Sanctified Main Man. when the hammer drops, you own these two gilts. I know James has had some females in the past. He's got a piece of San Angelo. He's got a piece of the Reds at San Antonio, a piece of the Reds at Houston. The guy's been getting along in the red gilt deal, and man, they got to be built like this. Following up Colby's unique, really good gilt, red gilt, we drive a pair in here that, fit right in the mix. If you put these in there, in a judging contest, you'd probably almost have to cut them 1, 1, and 1, because this is what red gilts need to look like. My daughter's shown some good red gilts. I'm probably saying red gilts too much, but I guess it's better than saying shaggy and huge-legged too much. But my daughter's shown some really good red gilts, and yeah, they don't have the hair dripping off of them at this stage in the game, but man, it don't matter when they look like this.
They're comfortable, they're neat looking, and they come from a firm that believes in making good show pigs. I think if you wouldn't have told me they were litter mates, I would have assumed that, because they're cut from the same mold, good built ones that have a real good feeding window.
Again, that's G2 genetics. Got Bottleberg Farms coming in the ring, and then Josh has been raising these things for, I guess, about 8 years now, and kind of started out quiet and slowly and said, Cole, I just want to raise a few pigs, have some fun. Want to send me your house and sell them, because I don't want people to even know I exist. Last 3 years, he's changed that considerably, not on purpose, just for the sheer quality of pigs and that he's raised and brought here. Last year, he brought a really good set. I think he's got another good set as well. What tags we got here, girls? 26 and 27. The male, there's a pair of litter mates there. These are going to be 6 litters. They're buckle ups, cash money. The mom to these is litter mate to the 3rd overall light cross gilt at OYE in 2024. Their grandmother would have won this county show in 23 and been reserved light cross at San Angelo the same year. Mom to these gilts last year put 3 bears in a sale between San Antonio and San Angelo. She wins a class in the gilt show at San Angelo, puts a gilt in the sale at San Antonio, was the last gilt in the sale, brings $6,500 to the ring. Guys, they're the feed kind of hogs you want to feed on. They're not going to blow you away early with bone and hair, but all that stuff's going to come. These are built just like their mom, and being out of buckle up, and that sow as shaggy as she is, these things are going to be big-legged. They're going to be stout. They definitely have a different look about them. I think that's a pair of good crossbreds.
And pedigree-wise, I don't think they're just going to jump out on you and grow just super duper fast. They're bigger in terms of scale compared to some of the other ones that have come through here. But you read their pedigree, you study their intangibles. I think those could probably feed to a pretty wide variety of shows. The boar is probably just a little further along in terms of body condition and grease on his rib cage. But a good pig, and the gilt, man, she is so neat looking and perfectly colored. One that'll catch your eye. Good set of show pigs from Bottleberg. No surprise. If you look at what they did last weekend at the Texas National Sale, they were one of the high sellers. They just continue to bring good show pigs out, and this is no different here. Bottleberg Farms with a pair of them.
These are out of the grandma of those two last weekend. So the grandma of these would have, the mother to these is the grandma to those two high sellers last weekend.
Gotcha. They look similar. Same type and kind.
Hello, Ruben. Thanks for coming. What do we tag what? Tag what? Tag 25 and 22. Tag 22 and 25. Tag 22 is the blue mass one there that Paisley's on. That's another one. That's a Whiskey 918 cash money. So I'm mistaken. That is actually the litter that had so many winners out of it last year, so many pigs that got along. That is my mistake. That gilt right there, I loved her on the nursery deck, loved her on the sow on the nursery deck. She kind of fell behind. She got a little knot when they vaccinated her, so they put her in a pen by herself. But that gilt's not going to set the world on fire being out of that Whiskey 918 bore. But that's a very good gilt. That's a Whiskey 918 cash money. The other one is a buckle up cash money. The sows are going to be litter mates. The mom, the 22, the mom to that one was third overall at OYE in 24. And the other one is a mate to her. Obviously, they go back to the same grandma, the original Trogdon sow that Bottleberg's have.
Yeah. Again, a different pen of pigs, same consignor, same story. Good built ones. The little blue one has got a kind of a just some tricky parts and pieces. Big ankled, cool necked, still stout mugged. The big blue one looks like, boy, she could go home and change fast. I mean, she is square, sound, neat, feminine. Just needs some groceries. Another good set of blues here from Bottleberg.
Again, I think these are lease only. So that'll be Bottleberg Farms. And guys, he's got a set of blue sows that are real good. I mean, they're going to be setting the world on fire before too long. They already kind of started to make their mark in a few things in this herd. So the next coming out here is going to be the 1 litters. It's going to be 24 and 27. So tag 24 is going to be the blue one coming out. Tag 27 is a solid black one. They are litter mates. These are all outs gangsters. So the mother to these would be the grandmother to the 2 previous ones. So if you look and study here, this is 2 weeks in a row. Bottleberg has sold 3 generations worth of pigs out of the grandma, or out of the great grandma, the grandma, and the mom, to 3 generations of pigs here. And there's a reason why. This is a 2023 model. She's still pumping them out that look like this. The black one there, guys, that was going to get along in that all black deal at Texas National. It pays a scholarship just like the rest of them. I promise you, somebody doesn't buy that one, she will not be a no-sell. She will go home with me, and I bet she's not a no-sell anyhow. That's a very good black pig. Mom doesn't throw a lot of black ones. She throws a lot of blue ones, though. Again, that's tag 24 on the blue, 27 on the black one. Those are 23 on the black. Okay. 23 and 24 then, right? Sorry. It's 23 and 24.
23 is the black one. 24
Those are
is the
whiteouts gangsters. So their mother would be the great grandma to the grandma to the 4 pigs we'd seen previously.
Show them early, show them often. A good pair of them from Bottleberg. Way to round out their consignments here. Boy, the blue one's neat. Certainly looks like she could be a big broody one. And the black one, I think if you're showing at your county and you can show gilts in the market show, she probably has some of those tendencies, some of those parts and pieces. If you feed her the right way, I think you can feed her the opposite way and get along fine in the female deal. A good pair of big ones here from Bottleberg.
Tag 21 and 28. So we got tag 21 and 28. I know that 21 is going to be a lease only. 28 is going to be a lease with an option to buy. 21 is the one Kaylee's on. Is that correct? You're on 28? Okay. You're on 21? Okay. 21 is the one that Miss Ketchum is on here. These are going to be water boys, patent pending. If I'm almost certain that's correct. Yes. No, Waterboy guardrail. So these are going to be Waterboy guardrails. The mother to these would be a Beeman sow that would have been 4th overall at San Antonio the initial year that they had Herefords down there. Dr. Ryan Cates' son showed her. That's kind of deal. I said, hey, I'm going to buy her for you. I'll help you feed her. We're going to go win something. We want her back in the sow herd, and that one's done a pretty good job for us as well. Again, that's 21 and 28. And guys, Josh is quickly becoming a household name in the Hereford game. These things are built right. Last year he had Grand and Reserve at San Antonio. He had Grand and Reserve at San Angelo. He had Reserve at Houston. That one that was Grand at San Antonio and San Angelo might be the best Hereford female that I've ever laid my eyes on. He's doing a good job. He's doing it right. He sold some high dollar boars. Again, it's 21 and 28 Hereford gilts.
I think back to like circa, and you'll have to follow me here for just a second, like circa 2016 or 17, this guy that I'd never heard of judged the Market Lamb Show at San Antonio, and I brought like three, I was still a county agent at the time, and I brought like 3 Dorpers. And he rolled these Dorpers out here, and when he talked the first class, he said, you know, I'm from Oregon. We don't know what Dorpers are. I don't know what they're supposed to look like. And I mean, I dogged that guy under my breath for like 4 years. And then in 2020, I could be wrong, 2023, San Antonio brought Hereford pigs in, and now I know exactly what he feels like. I don't know exactly at this stage what they're supposed to look like. I could read 8 pages of notes and pedigrees. I don't know what water boy is. I don't know what's the other part. What I don't know. I don't have a clue. Okay, I don't have a clue. But if you live in Bandera or Deer Park, if you live in Texline or Port Lavaca, Texas, these are good animals. I don't care what color they are or what their pedigree. They're just good animals. They're square. They're sound. Their toes spread when they meet the ground. Their toe strength is good. They're just good animals. If I have to pick a favorite, I mean, the goggle-eyed one is awfully nice, and they're offering the chance to own her. Good pigs. Take my word or advice on Herefords. I don't know. Probably listen to Cole on how to feed them, but that's good livestock.
Again, that's Bottleberg Farms.
So the goggle-eyed one is 2 times to buy. The other one's just lease. This one's just lease.
But you can just lease both of them. Now we're coming up. Now we're coming up on price show pigs.
Hey, we're ringing just a little bit up here. Is there a way to fix that? Do I just need to get away from him? We're ringing just a little bit. Do I just need to get away from him? You don't have to tell me twice.
Guys, Price Livestock or Price Show Pigs, another very dear friend of ours that have been very instrumental in me especially, but Bottleberg as well, and getting things right and making things work. So Cameron, I've leaned on him a lot. We've become extremely good friends over the course of the last few years. He brings us a set here I think are real good. I'm kind of fond of the Poland gilt. She's got my sow herd on both sides of her pedigree. Her granddad on her dad's side was a boar I raised. Her mom is one we raised that actually he got in the Poland raffle a couple years ago. She would have been, she's out of Mongoose, which is one of our herd boars. She would have been champion at San Angelo. Young man Hudson Music showed her. She had one purpose. That was to win that young man a banner at San Angelo. And I knew going in, everybody else was playing for reserve. This one's built a lot like her mother. Being out of the Light Years boar, which is a step ahead son from Rains. Guys, this thing is just crawling with Poland royalty pedigree on both sides. Not necessarily me. We've won a little bit, but mainly from Rains on that side. Really good Poland gilt. Study your lesson here. I think this one can go play. Lots of good Poland gilts here tonight. This is the first one you happen to see.
I don't feed a lot of Polands, but that one looks expensive. That one's right where Polands aren't right. And I think today you're beating a lot of them just because of how she's built. Take the advice of guys like Cameron and Cole that feed a bunch of those and know when to pull the trigger and when not to. That is a very, very good Poland female, and honestly just a little bit shocked that she's for sale and not for lease. That's a good animal.
Well, The reason she's for sale is because the Poland is his and the Burks are Terrence. That's why she's for sale. Again, that's Price Show Pigs. All right, we got a trio of red mates here, 31, 32, and 35, if I'm correct, is what Brewer said. These are TS2 branded. Mom would have been second in San Antonio and San Angelo. It came from Schwecke as a baby pig. She has raised some cell-making bears there at San Antonio. And strange thing is when I first started hanging around with Cameron, his emphasis and focus was on the red ones. He happened to buy original bird gilt from a family I help in San Angelo that would have had a very good show career that kind of catapulted him through there. But don't sleep on his red ones. I think he brought us a trio of really good ones. I think there's 2 gilts and 1 male hog in there. And I remember their mother very well from Schwecke. That thing was real good, had a good show career. Again, that's a trio of red ones there from Price Livestock, or Price Show Pigs, sorry.
Yeah, back to his roots here and using that TS2 boar that was very, very popular and won plenty. Not only won plenty, but sired plenty of high-selling boars, and these look like TS2s. They're big ankled, they're big forearm, they're still neat looking, and I think could fit a large window in that Durox show.
I think Cameron said that TS2 passed on to greater rewards. Like the 2 or 3 days after this. This might be some of the last litters you'll get to see.
Oh, those aren't just, there's a bear in there. Yeah. My favorite's the bear. Sorry. I thought they were all gilts.
Well, I'm glad that was the chair and not him. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the Off the Rails Pig Show. We're good, guys. We're good. Thank you.
Thank God it was the chair and not him.
No, I'd have laughed a lot quicker at that. Berkshire time here from Price Livestock. I know Cole's going to say it, but boy, that guy's been on a tear in the Berkshire gilt deal. Stomped us last year. Looks like he's going to continue to.
Looks like, are both these 15 liters, Cameron? Looks like a pair of 15-liter gilts. These are Dash to Fame 30-3s on a top hand. Mom was the 3rd overall lightweight division. Burt Gilt at San Antonio in 25. She would have been the bronze prospect Gilt at Texas Nationals. Grandma, the grandma of these is the original. Grandma's Tilly, correct? So Grandma would be Tilly, which would have raised the Supreme at San Antonio last year. That sold right here through this very ring. Grandma herself would have been reserve Burke at San Antonio. Guys, again, I've said it once. I'll say it again. We got a good feeding set of hogs here. Cameron, don't sleep on his Berkshires. They look very good. Matter of fact, I think they look better than last year. I think a real good set of Berkshire gilts.
Hello.
Cameron's going to roll in here. Tag number 29, and what's the other one?
Both gilt.
29 and 30. 8 or 30. Yeah, 29 and 30. Guys, I'm going to tell you, we're leading the sell-off with lot 29 there in the center of the ring. We're not only leading the sell-off because I felt like Cameron, I think he earned his spot at the top of the list from what he brought here last year with 2 gilts, 1 winning Supreme in San Antonio, and the other gilt being 4th overall heavy division San Antonio. I felt like he earned a spot at the top for not only that, but man, he brings us one back this year that is absolutely incredible in the way she's built. Man, she's colored good. She looks good. These 12-liter Berks are going to be above all top hand. Mom would have been a class winner at San Antonio and reserve granted Jack County. Grandma would have been reserved, would have raised the Supreme at San Antonio last year again. So these all go back to the Tilly saddle that in reserve there a few years ago. I don't know if both of these are 12s or are both these 12s, Cameron? Both these are 12s. Guys, again, I said it once. I'll say it again. I'm going to sound like a repetitive thing. There's a Burt gilt standing in this ring now. Unfortunately, I don't have the opportunity to own her because she's not for own. She is for lease only. That thing can go win some stuff. If you're sitting ringside and you're serious about the Berkshire game, you better step in and look at this one.
Yeah, I don't think I have to say much. I did not see these before I got here, and I'm looking at them the same time as you are. Yeah, I'd study.
Carter, you want to do a repeat?
Those are good animals. Good animals. Not only are they built how they should be, they have dumb things like circumference of bone and hair and stuff like that. Like that's good livestock. If you want me to say something more eloquent, I will. But
again,
that's good livestock.
That's price show pigs. I see Carter snooping around. He may whip and ride tomorrow and get him another one that can win.
I should have just recreated Texas National Hun Lance. Just buy them and set the microphone down. That's good. That's good livestock. God.
All right, guys. We got our friends here, Lockman Genetics. I met Brian at a few sales. Man, this guy hustles. He told me earlier, I was like, how many sales you got? He goes, oh, I don't know. If you consider at least, replacement gilts and everything, probably 140. We got about 675 baby pigs on the ground. I'm like, and you live in the middle of nowhere. You got to have a plane, a helicopter, a train, and a snowmobile to get to this guy, even in the dead of summer.
4-wheel drive at least.
So, again, this is Lockman Genetics, one of our out-of-state consignments. This is tag number 42, 28-11 Yorkshire gilt. She is a purebred Yorkshire. You will own her. Papered Yorkshire. She's a full volume, the Warden. A couple years ago, he sells a Yorkshire gilt right up the road here at Maury's house. This young man over here, everybody thinks is dumb bought her. No, they didn't. They don't anymore. Mr. Wilson bought her. Justin Wilson, like the old coon-ass cook, he bought her. We don't know which kid showed it, one of the twins. And she waxed the floor with him at San Angelo. So, don't sleep on these guys. Purebred Yorkshire gilts. There's only 2 in the sale. Both of them have extremely good pedigrees. Go back to some good sows that have won some stuff. Track record speaks for itself. Guys, there's a lot of value in this. This may be one of the more undervalued consigners that you're going to see at any show pick sale down here.
Amen.
Because he don't say much. I don't think he, as my grandpa would say, I don't think he'd say suey if the hogs was eating him. But he brings good hogs, and that's all you got to worry about.
I'll sound like a broken record. I don't do the gilt deal very much, but I kind of try to tune into the show pig deal as much. I know there aren't a lot of purebred Yorkshire females in the state of Texas. You got to go a long, long ways. And the last time I checked, it pays the exact same amount to win the Yorkshire gilts at San Antonio as it does the Durocs and the Berkshires and the et cetera. That is a very, very good Yorkshire female. And if you're breeding them and you can't get crossbreds right, maybe you need a shot of something like this to kind of correct a few things and get yourself out of a bind or out of the ditch. A really, really good Yorkshire female. And then he rolls 2 spotted females out here that look like spots should. Boy, they got turn to their heart and their forerib. They got shape. They got look and design. A good trio of them. I echo those same thoughts. Just about every year I buy a couple from Lockman, and they feed. They're honest kind of show pigs that get along. There's no tricks. There's no smoke. There's no, for lack of better words, BS in these things. Good show pigs, but that Yorkshire gilt is awfully different for that breed.
He also brings us a pair in here. And guys, the one Izzy over there is on. That's Spot the Ball. Is that correct? And the one Brian himself is on is a Spot On. Am I correct, Brian? The 11 liter? No. The white one Spot the Ball, the black one Spot On.
He's got
guys,
680 of them, Cole. You don't expect him to remember.
Man, he rolled us a pair of spots out, and, you know, they come from a long way. They didn't get in here this morning. They come off the trailer looking right, looking like they should. And I told someone, they said, I need a spot female. I said, well, I'll tell you what, there's 3 spot females here. I think all 3 of them have a very high ceiling. That one that Mari's on, taking nothing away from the other one, but that one really intrigues me. She's short back, short bodied. She's big-legged. She's square in her hawk. When she comes at you, she's good at the ground. She's good in her chest floor. Not the problem we have with these spots, these purebred spots, but, man, I think a pair right there could go get you right in the mix of things when you get to San Antonio and San Angelo and have a high resale value because they're pedigree and what they're out of.
Yeah, their toes don't touch when they walk, so they beat half of them already.
Again, that's Lockman Genetics. This is Lockman's last 2 consignments. This is tag 45 and 46. 45 is the light cross there. That's 7-3 light cross male. That's a blue claws past the hat hero. 46 is a 4-2 dark cross the board. That's unrivaled, damn near normal. Say it, man. And if you're looking for one that's gonna be all right today, gonna be all right tomorrow. Here's a pair of them. The hip and hind leg in this belted hog is huge, can get out and go. He reaches, he flexes with some authority when he goes. I think he bought us a nice pair of good feeding crossbred males.
Yeah, belted ones. Arms are big and joints are smooth. But that blue one is as neat marked, and if you don't think that matters, just study which ones win in the blue deal. It's a little new down here, but they still gotta have a cool color pattern to them to get along and stand out in that blue deal. Neat marked one that looks like he is indestructible in terms of his angles. His shoulder's comfortable. His chest is still big. His hip is long, but his rear leg still works. A good pair of them, I think, with a wide variety of endpoints here from Lockman.
Again, that's Lockman Genetics, our friends from Western Kansas.
So far west that for like the first 10 years I knew the Lockmans, I thought they lived in Colorado.
Yeah, I know.
Swear to. Okay.
Are you in Mountain Time? Are you in Mountain Time Zone? No, you're in Central.
So you're east of Syracuse then. Okay. You're east of Syracuse then. So that's the line. Sharon Springs. Keep going. Okay. What tag number's the belted one? 40?
Tag 40 and 41, our friends from Circle B, guys. I'd like to thank him for coming out again, and he brings the dumpster out here for us, and along with the dumpster, he brings us pigs that definitely don't belong in the dumpster. He brings us a nice scent. I always tell people that when you come to my farm sale, you get the 3 biggest pig farmers in the state of Texas. That's me, Travis Blattner, and Brandon Robertson. So we are the 3 biggest pig farmers in the state of Texas. I don't know if we're the most fun to be around, but we're the 3 biggest. We do enjoy life and have fun. Travis, Huh? Oh, and Travis is also
Where is-
sponsoring the band tonight. No, not Travis. Brandon. Circle B is sponsoring the band tonight. So if you get a chance, go by, shake his hand, tell him thank you. Huh? Yeah, don't leave. We will have a band here. Bobby Dale, he's been touring with Giovanni and the Hired Guns. Let me find these. 41 and 42. Is that right?
40 and
Sorry.
41.
Sorry, I'm looking for them on my sheet. It's a little more difficult for me.
40, which is the belted one. 40 is the kind of wide belted one out there. That's a money line, quite frankly. Neat lines, tall shouldered kind of a bear that looks like he could stand a feed bucket and rock and roll. The gilt is 41. She is the last one on your page there. A Rampage wide awake backdrop.
That's a buy option, guys. And like if you ever been to Brandon's house, there's no fluff, there's no pimping. It's hogs. They're raw, they're real. They bring them out here. They ain't gonna do nothing but go home and get better. And once they get to this stage in their life, they're kind of like one coming from my farm. If they reach this point, they're nearly indestructible. That's a good set of pigs. They're going to go home, feed well. That Black Cross, again, is one. You take the Texas National, you got a good chance to win there. And, guys, don't be scared of black ones and blue-eyed ones. A blue-eyed one wins Houston, barrel wins Houston. A solid black barrel wins OYE last year. So, again, that is our friends at Circle B, Show Pigs. What do you got there, guys? Coming in the ring next is going to be 37, 38, 39. What are you on, Braden? Braden's on 37. That's going to be the lead off there. That's a 12-7 Dark Cross barrel. That is a Culture Shock. Play it cool. This is a buy option, not a lease option. Is what it says in the notes. I guess a bunch of them put buy option. So, I thought this bear, he sent me some videos earlier in the week of this one, and man, talk about one with big legs, big back. I think that one needs to go home, be limited on what he eats, chill him out just a hair. That one's got a big feeding window where you want to take him. You want to take that one, feed him to San Antonio. I think that one might even feed to Houston, the way he's built and put together. But man, just one that's just a damn nice hog, looking at that one. That is, again, tag 37. Who's on 38? Owen is on 38. Jonathan would be on 39 there. Again, this is 2-3. Is the Lead the Way, Say It, Checkmate Champion Factory. I think that Sal goes back to some of the Hofschulte stuff he's been buying over the years. The 5-2 is the Lead the Way, 99 Problems, Rockstar. Those Lead the Ways, man, have been getting along. They've been feeding. They've been doing well. That boar's a canal boar. Kyle's no dummy. He puts together good ones. He knows how to do it. Lead the Way has generated some of my favorite crossbreds we've ever fed have been Lead the Ways. He's a little older now, but he's still pumping out good ones. Talk about a pair that are good built, but skinny and green. You get these home, you mash on them, and they're gonna look the part, guys. I actually like the one Jonathan's on. Probably not quite as sale ready, maybe, but man, if you look at the forearm and the toe spread in that one, you just got to throw out the fact he's a little harder bodied right now. He's young. His first trip to town. Probably hadn't been eating as much as he, but if you look at the toe spread on that one and the hind leg and the ankle and forearm, those are all indications of the way that one's going to grow, the way that one's going to feed. His bone's going to mature with him. I actually do like that one. That's the third pig they're going to sell, but that's a good set.
These are Culture Shocks. I don't know if you've heard of Culture
The dark
Shock.
one's Culture Shock. The other two are Lead the Ways.
The little skinny one is Culture Shock. Please hold. 37 is Culture Shock. Which is yours? Okay. If you don't know what Culture Shock's done the last little bit, besides monkey business, has probably led the way in terms of sales. And that's even taken the boar out that sold there. They have awkwardly large forearms and feet. They have awkwardly large rear toes and rear ankles. Good kinds of pigs that look like they will feed and upgrade in the next month or two. and make you look very, very intelligent. Good kind of show pigs. You pick your favorite. They're all different, but I don't think you can go wrong here.
What's the thin belted? What tag number's the thin belted one? That one?
Huh? 18, 19. These are 18, 19, and 20. These are going to be some consignments again from Brandon and I, RSG. These are going to be a trio of litter mates. There's a belted one, goes dark cross, 2 light crosses. These are whiteouts. Next play, the mom of these would be the sow we call Nellie. She would have been champion crossbred at her county show. She had made the sale at San Antonio there a few years ago. Done a really good job from us. Comes from the Nelson Rushing Firm. We thought the pairing of that gilt, that sow on this whiteout board that we have, that is he's a Clintz, and he is a litter mate to the champion lightweight division Yorkshire in Houston a couple years ago. Man, good feeding hogs. That sow's just something you want to feed out of. I think hip and hind legs tremendously good. I like the dark cross. I know some people may be drawn to the blue ones. I like the dark cross. I like his hind leg. I like his hip, his rib cage. I think that's a real nice pick.
I'm getting sheep pictures from my lovely wife at home. Sorry, I had to tune in just a little bit. A good kind of practical show pigs. They come a little fleshier from this firm than maybe you're used to seeing. Boy, they are turning it up here, I think, in terms of breeding quality and the type and kind that they're raising. Looks like they've got some sit down and some stretch on them. You could probably mash the gas on the skinnier blue one out here and get a long ways, but a trio of them that we're proud to have here. Thank you guys for coming.
Probably not enough. What have we got here? Oh, yeah. This is tag number 15, Berkshire. Guys, everywhere you go, you take a Berkshire male in, the first thing they ask is he dirty? Is he dirty? This one's dirty. He's as dirty as my mind and Austin's mind put together. He's out of a solid black boar called 8 Ball. And top it off back on Top Shelf's litter mate would be his grandma. Guys, that one has no problems classifying. If you're a little scared of him, throw a little dye on him, but just don't post it on Facebook. But I think that's a real good barra. That's going to be our second lot in the sale. If you're serious about the Berkshire Barra deal, you probably need to sit back and look at that one. That's a real good pig. The 2 black ones are going to be litter mates. They're going to be high pour. Hold on. I got to look again.
Out for blood.
High pour, out for blood. So their mom would be a $14,000. I was trying to think of her pedigree. Their mom would be a $14,000 baby pig purchase from Boble. I think last weekend we sell one real good pig. Bottleburg actually bought her out of sale. These I don't know. I don't know that they're not better, man. That we've seen some really good solid black pigs. We're ending on a pair of really good ones. That barrel there, that's just a pea pocket. That's not a hernia. So if you take him in and get him castrated, any vet can fix that real easy. Or you can just leave it alone and squeeze it every now and then. I don't personally like the smell of pig urine, so I'd fix it if I was you. That's a pair of pigs that you don't need to get them in a rush to go anywhere. They're going to tell you when they're ready, and they're probably not going to be ready at They're certainly not going to be ready at Denver or Fort Worth. They might not be ready by San Angelo or San Antonio, but I guarantee you by the time Houston and Austin roll around, that one's going to be ready. If you got a late county show, or you're okay with showing a lightweight division crossbred gilt, that black gilt's pretty dang good, guys. That thing's going to feed on into March or April. If you got a county show that you feel like you want to buy one and feed for a while, I think that one's the one that can do it.
Cole, do you ever get people complain to you about the cost of pig feed?
All the time.
All the time. Pig feed's high. It's expensive to do this. The thing about the two black ones is they're not going to need a lot of feed.
And they're going to need a cheap, low protein feed.
That's right. Man, those are still, to be that bulky and that stout, they still motor, they still plant, they still got some squish down low. I'm honestly a little surprised. I would have lost the bet, and I'm proud of you that we made it. Are we halfway through the preview? We're more than halfway.
No,
We're
14 left.
Yeah, we're 2/3 of the way through, and Cole finally brought up dying pigs and putting them on Facebook. So it lasted way longer than I thought, so I'm proud of him. The Berkshire male is extremely, extremely good. I think as he sets, you don't have any issues there, especially where the skin is white. Boy, that is a tricky, tricky looking one that's got some very, very neat parts and pieces. A huge window on the black ones. A really neat Berkshire male there that's going to get marked down on my card.
Again, that's Regis Smart Genetics, West Texas branch. Guys, we're on the short rows here. We got 14 of them left. I'd like to thank you for staying out and being here with us all night. Also, Ben Pinkston, thank you for the use of your portacools. It's made this a very pretty pleasurable day. We hadn't had to sweat too terribly much. James, Andre, thank you and Slade for helping us set everything up yesterday. It would have been, I would have got it done, but I wouldn't have been much left of me when I got it done because I like watching people work hard and making people work hard. I don't necessarily like doing it myself anymore. But again, that's thank you, James and the Pinkston family for giving us this. So this is RSG. These are the lots. These are some, I brought some older ones, guys, and when I got them mixed in here, I've got some lease options and some own options. And, man, I just feel like we need to bring some that fit everybody's budget, that everybody wanted to go do something with. Not everybody wants to lease a gilt and have to worry about getting their home or buying her back or anything like that. We got a pair of bigger Berkshire gilts. These are going to be the very first part of June. I didn't know that they were going to grow quite like they did. I maybe would have, but it's a first litter gilt, so or not a first litter gilt, but it's first time mating, guys. These are going to be safety chains on a Pound Town. Their mom would have been champion Berkshire gilt at Fort Worth in 2024. She would have also won a class at San Antonio, San Angelo, and Houston that same year. Gilt had just kind of got in the mix everywhere. Their grandma would have been champion Berkshire gilt in 19 at Fort Worth and Houston, and 5th overall at San Antonio. So there's some royalty. There's some winning in the blood there. I know these things are a little bigger. If you got an early county show, you want to take one in there that's market weight that looks like they need to go. I think that's a set of Berkshire gilts that can do it. Addie there is on the crossbred. That is tag number 20, right? Huh? Oh, tag 14. Sorry, that's tag number 14. That is a whiteout buckle up. The mom of this one originates from Canal. The girl there in our county showed her, wins a class with her county. That's the only place that gilt ever showed. I had high hopes. I thought that would go to San Angelo. Mike could get the girl a little check and cash it in. Again, these are going to be the very first part of June. Probably wouldn't, if you're buying a gilt just to show at Houston, probably don't want to buy these. I think we need to spend them early, try to get them out there in Texas Elite or San Angelo and get a sale hole. I think just a nice set of gilts, bigger gilts. These are all for sale. I brought some that, that way everybody had a little something they could do with them. The one Hadley was on was originally going to go to Brockman's this last week. I decided I'm going to scratch her. I'm going to bring her here.
I was going to
to
ask,
my crowd.
why is Hadley on my favorite one? But
Hadley's smart.
it looks like you've got a crossbred gilt that could use some brakes, and it looks like you got some Berkshire gilts that could use some gas. So pick your poison and do what you need to do.
Well, they've been sharing a feeder at the house, so that's how
I would see.
is.
I know which one's closely related to you. Boy, the crossbred gilt is a lot of guesswork gone out of there. She can get broody real fast, still feminine, still get along. Kind of the one that Hadley's on, man, that one's got some neat lines and some neat parts and pieces. And her sister over here looks to have the same. Good trio of them. No doubt Cole brought a good one to his own sale. A good trio of show pigs. Don't let the Polands out. Those are the down-eared ones.
Hey guys, those gates have latches that work. They really do. So if you want to latch them.
Easy now. That niece of yours just looked right through your soul.
Well, redheads do that. What tags have we got here, girls?
Anything at the store?
This is going to be tag 7, 11, and 2. The lot 2 is the one that Ashton's on. That's a 66-liter gilt. That gilt right there is a safety chain. So safety chain is a bore that I have at Levi Montgomery's. We bought him out of Belton a couple of years ago. That one's a safety chain. Top it off. The mom of that one would have come out of a pretty stout litter. We had a few years ago. Had 3 barras. Had a pretty good run with the 3 barras. Mates to her. Mom would be a litter mate to the 5th overall Berkshire Gilt at Kerrville that same year. This would be her 2nd litter. I think that gilt's pretty nice. I like the way she's put together. We'll let Austin talk a little bit more about these because I don't talk about mine as much. The one that Paisley's on, that's tag number 7. That's the 59 liter. That one's mother's actually the grandma to the 66 liter gilt. That's going to be a fair and square. Brace yourself. This gilt right here would have been reserved at Fort Worth in 2022. And that's the same year that there was a trio of gilts that were in Class 1 everywhere they went. Ava Luke had a litter mate to this one's mom. Sawyer Owenby had the one from Shuffler. Those gilts stood 1, 2, 3 everywhere they went. They don't go 3 deep in the top 5, but if they did, we might would have had a chance. But that gilt right there, this Sal and her last litter, I guess 2 years ago, and her litter, man, she had a trio of gilts that got along pretty good. One of them, like I said, was 5th or 6th overall there at Texas Elite. All 3 of them were top 5 in her class at San Antonio. I guess a Barra makes a sale. Another Barra just probably maybe if he hadn't have crippled himself on the way to the ring, probably would have made the sale, got along real good. Another Barra was 4th overall in the dark crosses at Austin. We couldn't dye that one. He didn't have quite enough black, but I think that's another real nice one as well. And Hadley is on what tag?
Tag 11.
Hadley's on tag 11. So tag 11 is a 53-5. That is going to be the only Berkshire gilt, or that's going to be another Berkshire gilt I've got that is a buy option. That is a fair and square center stage. I actually raised this one's grandma. This one's grandmother would have been reserved in the open show at the exposition in 2024. Ogle would have bought her. I said, "Hey, Ogle, I need a Dallas Age State Fair gilt out of that one." He sent me this one's mom. She wins a class at Dallas, wins a class both days at Dallas, wins a class at Heart of Texas. Kept around. Had a tree, had some pretty good male pigs there at the house that we're not quite ready to get out yet. But that's the first pin of Berkshire gilts we've got to offer, guys. And there's some good Berkshire gilts in this deal. Just get in where you fit in. I'm gonna let Austin talk about these.
Yeah, we all feed these Berkshires way different, and depending on your endpoint, you've got some different options here. You got the skinny, crazy-looking one. You've got a couple that are a little chunkier and a little further along. I mean, if you want a lesson, we can talk about them in the back, but these are good Berkshire females that just present some options in terms of endpoint, feeding window, and the way that you like to feed them. Okay. You feed that.
Five. What else? 5, 9, 7.
2 Vipers.
Here we
1,
got a
2
trio
Step.
of Polands. I got tag 5, tag 9, and tag 8. So, no, It's 9. Yeah, it's 9. Sorry. Tag number 5, I'll talk first. There's the girl pig that Paisley's on. The girl pig that Paisley's on and the male pig are litter mates. That's the 58 litters. Those are Vipers coming in hot. The mother to those would have been champion at San Antonio in 2023. Her mother, which is the grandmother of these, would have been champion at Fort Worth in 2022, reserve at San Antonio in 2022, and champion at San Angelo in 22. The grandmother of these has also raised the gilt in in her first 3 litters that won banners at different major shows in Texas. That gilt is a lease only option. Have not had a big success rate getting pure gilts out of this, and we bred her cross a couple times. But this is the first time we bred her on the front end of things. Guys, we got 3 littermate gilts here, 2 littermate barras. I think it's as deep in quality and consistent of a set of Polands as I put together. I like those a great deal. The one there that Pays is on, tag number 9, that's going to be a 2-step mongoose. So 2 steps, the herd board we got there at the house. Mongoose, that mongoose would be actually mom of that one, would be a littermate to the mom of the one Cameron Price come in a little bit ago with. She didn't herself hang a banner, but she's a littermate to 2 different gilts that hung banners at Texas Majors a couple years ago. Took a littermate of hers to Brockman's the other day. I don't know which one I like the best. I like this one the best at home. Melissa liked the one that went to Brockman's. I think we got a real good trio of Poland pigs. Guys, if you want to go to Denver or San Antonio, I think that Poland male is going to get right in the mix of things. But if you're serious about trying to win a scholarship, I think you're looking at a couple Poland gifts that can get you real close.
Yeah, you can ask Cole advice on the gilts. I mean, they look right to me. I know just seeing Poland gilts from the outside, their legs right in cursive, and things go wrong. But these 2 don't do that. They're square, they're sound. They've got some cushion to their joints. Comments on the bear there. I think you take that one home and get him under the knife, get his nuts out of him, and just kind of slow down. Boy, his lines are right, his muscle type and texture's right. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to have a real good day at Houston with that one. You might have to get a little tricky and know what you're doing to get to San Antonio. But if you want to shoot a bullet early and get there in December or January, Phoenix or Denver, or maybe just focus on your county show, boy, that'll give them all that they can handle at those shows. Good trio of Polands here, 2 gilts, 1 barra, I guess 1 boar, barra only, if I had to guess. Lots of options here.
Whatever. It brings enough, they can do what they want.
You don't need a Poland herd board, do you?
Got 2 of them right now.
So you don't need one. Okay, thank y'all.
We got tags 3 and 4 coming in next, and tag 3 is another one of those 59 litters. That's the 59-4. We just saw a litter mate here of a few moments ago. These are fair and squares. Back on a brace yourself, Sal. That mom, I told you the story on there. That's a real good mom. I've liked this gilt a great deal from the time she was in a crate. Thought probably going to have some special things about her. Like I said, lots of good bird gilts here, lots of good Poland gilts here, guys. I think you're going to see some stuff that's going to get down the road and win. That's a real nice gilt, like her as well. Lot 4 is the Yorkshire gilt that Paisley's on. That's a Wilson King of Queens. This would have the same mom as Paisley's gilt last year that was 4th out at San Antonio. Would have been champion Yorkshire at she'd been champion Yorkshire at San Angelo and 5th overall gilt there in the Stars show. The mother to this one herself would have been champion Yorkshire gilt at San Angelo in 2023. Last year's litter was pretty deep, pretty good. They sold high. We actually kept a boar back. We got there using it at the house on some of these things. We saw a Yorkshire gilt earlier I thought was pretty good. I think this one is real good as well. Tail root's big, hip and hind legs big, skull shape's where it needs to be. I'm not saying that one will win, but I'm saying that that one will give you as good a shot as any.
I'll pay you the ultimate compliment. She was the first one out. I saw her head and her chest and her front foot, and I had to look at her pedigree. I didn't recognize anything on her pedigree, so that tells me she's pure because I don't follow that pure line anymore. She's got some crossbred parts and pieces in terms of her extension, her head, her front foot, her chest width, a really good Yorkshire. No surprise the Berkshire comes out, and maybe one of the better ones that's come through here. Got some size to her, got some grow and some go in her. Still neat looking and squishy jointed, the right kind there. A purebred Yorkshire, purebred Berkshire gilt here from RSG.
As I get calls all the time for purebred Yorkshire, say, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We were not real gilt heavy on the deal. This one is the only good underlined one in the first set. So that's why she's here. We're offered her here. If you got any questions, holler at us. We'd love to help you out. Again, that's tag 3 and tag 4. The Yorkshire gilt, by the way, was a option. You own her when you buy her. Hayes is a senior. I'm trying to cut down on Yorkshire numbers. What do we have here? Tag number 1, tag number 10, and tag number 6. So we have a trio of litter mates here, guys. These are going to be some more 58 litters. I told you that Sal did a good job, did a consistent job. The male hog there, for some reason, I must have missed tail docking day. I feel like that's one that can go on down the road. Got a real shot at Denver, showing against purebreds. But I think if you take that one on down to San Antonio, I think he's going to fit right in the mix as well. Ashland's there's on tag 1, guys. I'm going to tell you, there's a reason that's tag 1. That is one of the best ones I put together. That one looks similar to her mother, but stouter skulled, stouter featured. That Viper deal worked really good on this one. I'm extremely proud of that gilt. There's an option there to buy that one. I will tell you she's for sale. If you buy her tomorrow, you own her. Because if you're willing to pay what I feel like she's worth, then you deserve to own her. But I feel like that is as good of a Poland gilt as I've made. The only Poland gilt I think that's hit me this hard this early in life is the one that Bottleberg showed last year that waxed everybody's ass. And I got to remind myself that that was a very elite specimen. And this one is just damn near as close. I really like that gilt a bunch. And I shouldn't, I guess, I sound retarded bragging on my own pigs. But this is really the first time I've seen this gilt out on the whip. I've just seen her in the pen at the house. And you know, Hadley's trying not to show Polands because we raise them. We want our customers to have them. I think that one right there is about as good as I can make. Hadley's on a litter mate there as well. And I feel like that one, like I said, there's 4 of those gilts. 3 of them are here. I think it's a very elite set of Polands, a very good set of Poland gilts. The one that Cameron's got's very good, guys. I appreciate you coming out. This is the last time you'll hear me talk again. Again, thank you, James Andre. Thank you, Mr. Pinkston, for loaning us this. Guys, a good friend of ours lost their mom last night. Keep them in your prayers. Hold your loved ones tight. I'm going to let Austin finish talking these.
I'm going to say 2 things. On the male pig, Tim Leonard will put a band on it for free, and that thing will fall off in about a week, and you'll be all right. You'll look normal, like you didn't rope it out of the pasture. I think, Cole, Cole,
Yes, sir.
I came to your house. It was either last year or 2 years ago, and I begged you to sell me a Poland boar
2 years ago.
that some guy named Ted Laird bought. Step Ahead begged him 2 years ago to buy that one. And that was one of the best Poland specimens I had ever seen. And this Poland gilt is right there with him. That is an extreme, I think the word elite is abused as much as anything. That is a next level kind of a show pig. Good preview. We'll see you tomorrow. The next preview is at
10:30.
10:30.
Ish.
So 10:50-ish. Sales at 1. Y'all hang around for the band. Thank you guys for being here.